The scream came from the blue house at the end of Maple Street. It was short, it was sharp, and then silence. Neighbors would later say they thought it was just a bad dream. But it wasn't. Something terrible had happened inside that house. Something no one expected. Something that started with love, and the person who caused it was the last one anyone would ever blame. Before that day, Lily Parker was known as the happiest woman in town. She waved to everyone. She baked cookies for neighbors. She loved helping children at the library. And most of all, she trusted people. Lily lived with her husband, Mark Parker. They had been married for 5 years. From the outside, they looked perfect. Mark smiled a lot. He spoke kindly. He helped carry groceries for old neighbors. People said, "Lily is so lucky." But sometimes, when Lily was alone, her smile disappeared. At night, she would sit on her bed and stare at her hands. They would shake a little. She never told anyone why, because Lily believed a dangerous lie. If I stay quiet, things will get better. When Lily met Mark, he felt safe. He listened to her. He said kind words. He promised to protect her forever. But slowly, things changed. Mark started getting angry over small things. A glass left on the table. A message answered too late. A laugh he didn't like. He never shouted at first. He only whispered. And whispers can hurt just as much. Lily tried harder. She cleaned more. She spoke less. She thought love meant fixing everything. But love is not supposed to hurt. One afternoon, Lily visited her best friend, Sarah. Sarah noticed something was wrong. Lily didn't laugh. She didn't eat. She kept checking her phone. "Are you okay?" Sarah asked gently. Lily wanted to say no. She wanted to say everything. But the words stayed stuck in her throat. She smiled and said, "I'm just tired." Sarah hugged her anyway. That hug stayed in Lily's heart longer than she knew. That night, Mark came home late. His smile was gone. "You were out too long," he said. "I was with Sarah," Lily replied softly. Mark's eyes grew cold. "You don't need her," he said. "You have me." Lily felt afraid. But she nodded. Because fear makes people quiet. Days passed. Then weeks. Lily began to plan something brave. She saved a little money. She hid important papers. She thought about leaving. It was the hardest thing she had ever done. Leaving someone you love, even when they hurt you, feels like breaking your own heart. But Lily knew something important. Staying was more dangerous than leaving. On a sunny morning, Lily packed a small bag. Just clothes. Just memories. Just hope. She left a note on the kitchen table. "I need time. I need peace. I need to be safe." Then she walked out. Her hands shook. Her heart raced. But she felt free for the first time in years. Mark came home that evening. He saw the note. His face changed. The smile everyone loved disappeared. And something dark took its place. That night, Lily stayed at Sarah's house. They talked. They cried. They made plans. For the future. For safety. For healing. Lily went to sleep thinking she had escaped. She was wrong. The knock came after midnight. Slow. Heavy. Sarah looked through the window. Mark stood outside. He was smiling. "I just want to talk," he said. Lily felt her heart drop. "Don't open the door," she whispered. Sarah called the police. But before help arrived, Mark forced his way inside. What happened next changed everything. The neighbors heard the scream. The police arrived minutes later. But minutes can be too long. Lily was found hurt and unconscious. Mark was gone. Lily survived. That matters. She woke up in the hospital. She held Sarah's hand. She cried. But this time, the tears were different. They were tears of truth. Mark was caught days later. The town was shocked. "He seemed so nice," people said. But evil doesn't always look scary. Sometimes it smiles. Sometimes it hugs. Sometimes it says, "I love you." Lily told her story. She spoke for others who were still quiet. She said something very important. Love should never make you afraid. Today, Lily helps others. She listens. She believes. She speaks. And when children ask why she's so brave, she smiles and says, "Because I learned that being kind to yourself is the most important thing." The blue house on Maple Street used to feel warm. When Lily first moved in, sunlight filled the windows every morning. The walls smelled like fresh paint. The floors were clean and quiet. Lily believed this house would protect her. She believed houses were like people. If you took care of them, they would take care of you. At first, the house was full of laughter. Mark would cook dinner while music played softly. Lily would sit at the table, smiling, telling stories from her day. They talked about dreams, traveling, children, a happy future. Everyone who visited said the same thing. You two are perfect together. Lily believed them. But slowly, very slowly, the house began to change. Not in big ways. In tiny ways. Ways that were easy to ignore. One night, Lily laughed a little too loudly while watching a movie. Mark paused the screen. "Why are you laughing like that?" he asked. Lily blinked. "I thought it was funny." Mark smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. "Just keep it down." It didn't sound angry. So Lily nodded. She didn't know that this was the first crack in the wall. Another day, Lily wore a yellow dress to the grocery store. Mark stared at her before they left. "Why are you dressed like that?" he asked. "Like what?" Lily said. "Like you want people looking at you." Lily felt confused. "It's just a dress." Mark sighed. "I'm just trying to protect you." That word, protect, sounded like love. So Lily changed her dress. The house grew quieter. Music stopped playing. Laughter became rare. Even footsteps sounded careful. Lily began walking softly, like the floor might break. Mark started coming home late. When Lily asked where he'd been, his voice changed. "Why are you asking so many questions?" "I was just wondering," she said. "Don't wonder," he replied. And somehow, Lily felt like she had done something wrong. At night, Lily lay awake in bed. She stared at the ceiling. She counted cracks in the paint. She remembered how safe she used to feel. And she wondered when that feeling left. One morning, Lily spilled milk on the counter. It was an accident. Her hand slipped. The sound was small. But Mark's reaction was not. "What is wrong with you?" he snapped. Lily froze. "I'm sorry," she whispered. Mark stared at her for a long time. Then he laughed. "You're too sensitive." But Lily's heart kept racing. The house didn't feel like a home anymore. It felt like a place where mistakes were dangerous. Lily stopped inviting friends over. Mark said they were too noisy. He said they didn't respect him. "Why do you need them?" he asked. "You have me." Lily nodded. But inside, she felt lonely. She missed Sarah. Sarah always listened. Sarah always noticed. One day, Lily met Sarah at the library. Sarah looked at Lily carefully. "You look tired," she said. Lily smiled. "I'm fine." But her voice shook. Sarah held her hand. "You know you can tell me anything, right?" Lily almost did. Almost. But fear is very good at closing mouths. So Lily said nothing. That night, Mark checked Lily's phone. She didn't know when it happened. But he knew she had seen Sarah. "You were talking about me, weren't you?" he asked. "No," Lily said quickly. Mark stepped closer. "I don't like secrets." Lily felt her throat tighten. "I don't have any," she whispered. Mark smiled again. That cold smile. "Good," he said. After that, Lily felt watched. Every message, every step, every breath. The house felt smaller. Sometimes Mark apologized. He brought flowers. He cooked dinner. He said he loved her. Lily wanted to believe him. Because hope is powerful. And dangerous. One afternoon, Lily found an old photo of herself. She was smiling, laughing, standing tall. She didn't recognize the girl in the picture. "Where did you go?" Lily whispered to herself. The house didn't answer. That night, Mark got angry again. Over nothing. The wrong plate. The wrong tone. The wrong moment. "You never listen," he shouted. Lily covered her ears. "I'm trying," she cried. Mark stopped. He looked at her like she was something broken. Then he said something that changed everything. "No one would believe you anyway." Those words stayed in Lily's mind like a scar. That was the night Lily realized something important. This wasn't love. Love doesn't make you afraid. Love doesn't make you feel small. Love doesn't silence you. The next day, Lily walked past a mirror. She stopped. She looked into her own eyes. And she whispered something she had never said before. "I don't deserve this." The words felt strange, but true. Lily began to plan quietly. She didn't tell anyone. She saved money a little at a time. She hid important papers under the bed. She memorized phone numbers. Her heart beat fast every time she did. But fear was no longer stronger than hope. One evening, Mark noticed Lily was quiet. "You're acting weird," he said. "I'm just tired," Lily replied. He watched her closely. Lily kept her face calm. Inside, she was screaming. The house seemed to hold its breath, as if it knew something was about to happen. On a Friday morning, Lily packed a small bag. She folded her clothes neatly. She touched the walls one last time. "I tried," she whispered. Then she walked out the door. For the first time in years, she felt the sun without fear. Her steps were shaky, but they were hers. She went to Sarah's house. Sarah opened the door and froze. "Oh my God," she said softly. Lily broke down. She cried harder than she ever had. Sarah held her. "You're safe now," Sarah whispered. Lily wanted to believe that. But far away, in the blue house, Mark stood alone. He read the note Lily left behind. His face went blank. The house was silent, and something dark began to grow. The night Lily left, the house did not sleep. The blue house on Maple Street stood quiet, but inside it, something was wrong. Mark sat at the kitchen table. The note was still in his hand. It was short. "I need to be safe. Please don't look for me." Mark read it again and again. His face did not show anger at first. It showed nothing. No sadness, no surprise, no fear, just stillness, like a lake before a storm. Mark stood up slowly. The chair scraped the floor. The sound echoed through the house. Lily's house. No, his house. He walked through every room. The bedroom, the bathroom, the living room. Her things were gone. Not everything. Just the important things. Clothes, papers, her toothbrush. Mark opened drawers. Empty. He opened the closet. Too much space. His breathing grew louder. "She thinks she can leave," he said softly. The house did not answer. Mark walked into the bedroom and sat on the bed. Lily's pillow still smelled like her. That smell made something snap. His hands clenched. "She belongs here," he whispered. At the same time, across town, Lily sat on Sarah's couch. She held a warm cup of tea. Her hands shook. Sarah sat beside her. "You're okay," Sarah said gently. "You're safe here." Lily nodded, but her eyes kept moving. Door, window, door again. Every sound felt loud. That night, Lily barely slept. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw Mark's face. His cold smile. His sharp words. She woke up crying. Sarah held her hand until morning. When the sun rose, Lily felt something new. Hope. Small, but real. Meanwhile, Mark did not sleep at all. He sat in the dark. He stared at the wall. His mind moved fast. Too fast. He thought about Lily laughing. Lily smiling. Lily leaving. "She embarrassed me," he muttered. In his mind, Lily wasn't scared. She was wrong. Mark opened his laptop. He checked her email, her social media, her old messages. Nothing. He slammed the laptop shut. "She thinks she's smarter than me," he said. At work the next day, Mark smiled. He laughed with coworkers. He told jokes. No one suspected anything. Inside, he was burning. Lily stayed at Sarah's house for 3 days. She called a help center. They spoke softly to her. They told her she did the right thing. They helped her find a small apartment. It wasn't fancy, but it was hers. On the 4th day, Lily moved in. She placed her bag on the floor. She stood in the empty room. She smiled through tears. "I made it," she whispered. That evening, Lily received a message. Unknown number. "I just want to talk." Her heart dropped. She didn't reply. Another message came. "I'm sorry." Then another. "You overreacted." Then one more. "Come home." Lily turned off her phone. She sat on the floor and cried. Mark watched the screen. No reply. His smile disappeared. 2 days later, Mark showed up at Sarah's house. Sarah opened the door and froze. Mark smiled politely. "I'm looking for my wife," he said. "She's not here," Sarah replied. Mark's eyes changed. "She left her home," he said calmly. "That's not normal." Sarah stood firm. "She's safe." Mark leaned closer. "You don't know her like I do." Sarah closed the door. Her hands shook. She locked it. That night, Lily dreamed of running. But no matter how fast she ran, Mark was behind her. A week passed, then another. Lily started to breathe easier. She went for walks. She smiled again. She felt free. Mark watched from a distance. He followed quietly. He learned her routine. Morning coffee. Afternoon walk. Evening lights off. She thinks I'm gone, he whispered. One evening, Lily noticed something strange. Her door was unlocked. She was sure she locked it. Her stomach tightened. Nothing was missing. But something felt wrong. The next night, Lily heard a sound. Footsteps. Outside her door. She held her breath. The footsteps stopped. Then left. She didn't sleep. Across town, Mark sat in his car. He watched her building. He smiled. Lily called the police the next morning. They listened. They nodded. They said they would keep an eye out. Lily felt small. Unheard. Sarah begged Lily to stay with her again. Lily agreed. She packed quickly. She didn't tell anyone where she was going. Mark returned to Lily's apartment. Lights off. Empty. His jaw tightened. She's hiding, he said. Days later, Lily made a mistake. She went back to her apartment alone to grab clothes. She stayed too long. Mark was waiting. She opened the door. He stood there, smiling. Hi, he said softly. Lily screamed. She tried to close the door. Mark grabbed it. Don't do this, he said. We can fix this. Lily cried. Please leave me alone. Mark's smile vanished. You ruined everything, he said. Lily ran. Down the hallway. Out the building. Into the street. She didn't look back. Neighbors heard her scream. Lights turned on. Doors opened. Mark disappeared into the night. The police came. This time, they listened. This time, they wrote everything down. This time, they took Lily seriously. A restraining order was issued. Mark was told to stay away. He signed the papers. He smiled. Lily moved again. Farther this time. She changed her number. She told only Sarah. She tried to start over. But Mark did not stop thinking. In his mind, Lily was still his. One cold night, Mark stood outside Lily's new place. He stared at the window. Light on. Shadow moving. She's still mine, he whispered. Inside, Lily felt a chill. She closed the curtains. She locked the door. She held her phone tight. That was the night everything truly broke. Because from that moment on, this was no longer about control. It was about obsession. And obsession does not let go. For a short time, things felt quiet. Too quiet. Lily tried to believe that the worst was over. She told herself that Mark would stop. She told herself that the restraining order meant something. She told herself she was finally safe. But danger does not always shout. Sometimes, it whispers. Lily's new apartment was small. One bedroom. One window. One door. But it felt like freedom. She placed a plant near the window. She hung a photo of her and Sarah smiling. She bought a soft blue blanket. This is my space, she told herself. Every night, she locked the door twice. Sometimes 3 times. Mark told people a different story. At work, he shook his head sadly. My wife disappeared, he said. I'm worried about her. People felt sorry for him. They patted his shoulder. They believed him. Mark learned something important. If you say a lie softly enough, people listen. Lily started a new job at a small bookstore. It smelled like paper and coffee. The owner smiled often. Customers were kind. For the first time in months, Lily felt useful. Normal. One afternoon, a woman came into the store. She looked around nervously. Then she walked up to Lily. Are you Lily? The woman asked. Lily nodded. The woman lowered her voice. I know Mark, she said. Lily's heart jumped. He's worried about you, the woman continued. He says you're confused. Lily felt sick. That's not true, Lily said quietly. The woman frowned. He said you left suddenly, she replied. That you're not well. Lily shook her head. I left because I was scared, she said. The woman's face changed. Oh, she whispered. She left the store without another word. That night, Lily couldn't sleep. Mark was spreading lies. And lies grow fast. Mark sat in his car, smiling. She still needs me, he thought. In his mind, he was the hero. The fixer. The good man. Mark started calling places. Hospitals. Old friends. Workplaces. He spoke kindly. I'm worried, he said. She's not herself. People listened. Some believed him. Soon, whispers followed Lily. At work, a customer stayed too long. A coworker asked gently, "Are you okay?" Lily felt trapped. The past was chasing her. Sarah noticed the change. "You look tired," she said. Lily nodded. "He's still controlling the story," Lily whispered. Sarah clenched her fists. "That's not fair." "No," Lily agreed. "It's dangerous." One evening, Lily came home and found something on her doorstep. A small box. No note. Inside was a necklace. The one Mark gave her on their anniversary. Her hands shook. She dropped it. That night, Lily heard knocking. Soft. Slow. She didn't answer. The knocking stopped. Then a voice. "Lily," Mark said calmly. "I just want to talk." She pressed her back against the wall. Her phone trembled in her hand. "Please leave," she whispered. Silence. Then footsteps. Leaving. Lily called the police. Again. They came. They listened. They said, "There's no proof he was here." They left. Lily sat on the floor and cried. Mark felt proud. "They don't see me," he thought. Days later, Lily received a letter. Typed. "No return address. I miss you. I forgive you. We can be happy again." Lily tore it apart. Mark watched her building again. Night after night. He learned the lights, the shadows, the sounds. One rainy evening, Lily walked home from work. The street was empty. The rain was loud. She didn't hear the footsteps behind her. Until it was too late. "Lily," Mark said. She turned. He stood there, soaked, smiling. Her heart stopped. "Go away," she said. "I just want 5 minutes," he replied. She shook her head. "No." Mark's face hardened. "You owe me," he said. Lily screamed. A door opened nearby. Lights came on. Mark stepped back. He smiled again. "See," he said. "I can be patient." He walked away. That night, Lily packed a bag. She called Sarah. "I'm scared," Lily said. "Come here," Sarah replied. Lily stayed with Sarah again. But fear followed her. It sat beside her. It watched her sleep. Mark felt angry. "She's hiding again," he muttered. His thoughts grew darker. "Mina, she's making me do this." Mark began to plan. Not loudly. Quietly. Carefully. He told one final lie. The biggest one. He went to the police station. He looked tired. Broken. "I think Lily might hurt herself," he said softly. The officer looked concerned. "Why do you think that?" "She's unstable," Mark replied. "She's running. She's scared of things that aren't real." The words landed. Hard. That night, officers went to Sarah's house. They knocked. Lily opened the door. She froze. "We need to talk," one officer said gently. They asked questions. Soft ones. But they wrote things down. Lily felt small again. "She needs help," Mark whispered to himself. What he really meant was control. After that visit, Lily changed. She felt watched, judged, like the world was slowly turning against her. One evening, Lily decided to face the truth. She went to the police station herself. She brought messages, letters, dates, times. She told everything. The officer listened. This time, he did not interrupt. "We'll reopen the case," he said. Lily breathed out. Hope flickered. But Mark knew. He always knew. The next night, Mark stood outside Sarah's house. He did not knock. He waited. Lights went out. Silence. Inside, Lily woke suddenly. Something felt wrong. She sat up. Then she heard it. A sound at the back door. Her heart raced. She whispered Sarah's name. The door handle moved. Slowly. Carefully. That was the moment. The moment the lie stopped working. The moment control turned into danger. Lily grabbed her phone. Her hands shook. She dialed 911. Outside, Mark smiled. Inside, Lily cried. And in that space between them, everything was about to change forever. The sound of the door handle stopped. For one long second, everything was quiet. Lily held her phone so tightly her fingers hurt. She did not breathe. She listened. Then she heard footsteps moving away from the door. Slow. Careful. Like someone did not want to be seen. The police arrived minutes later. Blue lights flashed outside Sarah's house. The sound of sirens filled the street. Officers ran to the back door. They searched the yard, the alley, the street. But Mark was gone. Again. Lily sat on the couch wrapped in a blanket. Her teeth chattered. Not from cold, from fear. An officer knelt in front of her. "You did the right thing," he said gently. Lily nodded, but she did not feel strong. She felt tired. This time, the police did not leave empty-handed. They found footprints in the mud. They found fingerprints on the door. They found proof. Small pieces, but enough. The next morning, Lily went to the police station. She brought everything. Messages, letters, dates, times. She spoke slowly. She spoke clearly. Her voice shook, but she did not stop. The officer listened. Really listened. He looked at the papers. He looked at Lily. And then he said something she had waited a long time to hear. "We believe you." That sentence changed everything. A warrant was issued. Mark's name was no longer whispered. It was written, printed, official. Mark found out that afternoon. He was sitting in his car when his phone rang. He listened. His smile disappeared. For the first time, he felt fear. Mark tried to run. He packed a bag. He drove through side streets. He thought he could disappear. But lies always leave tracks. 2 days later, Mark was found. He was sitting by a river outside town, staring at the water. Police cars surrounded him. Officers spoke calmly, firmly. Mark did not fight. He did not smile. When Lily heard the news, she cried. Not from sadness, from release. The town reacted slowly, then loudly. People were shocked. "He seemed so nice," they said. "He always smiled." They learned something important. A smile can hide a lot. The trial took time. Lily had to wait. Waiting was hard. But this time, she was not alone. Sarah was there. Counselors were there. People who believed her were there. When Lily took the stand, the room was silent. She looked at the judge. She looked at the jury. She did not look at Mark. She told the truth, one piece at a time. She talked about fear, about silence, about how love slowly turned into control. Her voice broke, but she kept going. Mark's lawyer tried to twist the story. "She left suddenly," he said. She was confused. Lily lifted her head. "I left to survive," she said. The room went quiet. The jury listened. They saw the messages, the letters, the patterns. They saw the truth. The verdict came on a rainy afternoon. Guilty. The word echoed in Lily's chest. Mark was taken away. He did not look back. Outside the courthouse, Lily stood still. The rain fell softly. Sarah held her hand. "It's over," Sarah said. Lily nodded. But she knew something important. It wasn't over. It was just different. Healing is not fast. It is slow. Some days, Lily felt strong. Some days, she felt small again. Both were okay. Lily moved into a new home. A small one. With light. With plants. With open windows. She painted the walls soft blue. She went back to school. She studied to help others. People who felt scared. People who felt stuck. Sometimes, Lily spoke at meetings. She told her story, not to scare people, but to help them see. She said simple things. If you feel afraid, it matters. If someone controls you, it's not love. If you are quiet, you are not weak. Children listened too. They asked questions. Lily answered gently. Being kind should never hurt, she said. Years later, Lily walked past Maple Street. The blue house was gone. A new family lived there. Children laughed in the yard. Lily smiled. She kept walking. Forward. That night, Lily stood by her window. The stars were bright. She took a deep breath. She felt safe. She picked up her phone. She wrote a message to herself. You survived. She saved it. Because the truth always matters. Because voices deserve to be heard. Because kindness starts with believing. And somewhere, someone watching the story would learn something important. That love should never be scary. That silence can be broken. That it is okay to ask for help. Lily turned off the light. She slept peacefully. For the first time in a long time.